D SS ZD. First emoji, first place medal.
Oh boy, hey yo, Mac got first. Hey, that's a new one. Welcome, welcome. We are back. Still can't do a 2K23 team. Mac knows why. But regardless, we are back. Okay, what word do we go to today? I mean, I feel like, can you stop scrolling? What is going on? Okay, I feel like we just go to this one because not DV like eggs. That's not the right one. Let's just click on the normal one. But we are back. Takeover Bad Blood has passed. Good lord. You don't want to know how.
Superstars.
You don't want to know how long that show took to edit. When I was editing it, bro, I mean, it took me like 2 nights, right? It took me like 2 nights to edit it, but that's because I was on like a crazy grind for like a day or a day or two. If I was in the normal grind state that I usually am, I would not have been able to finish that until like 3 or 4 days of editing it. That show was a nightmare to edit, but I think it was worth it. So, as usual, we are gonna go over the recap, and not necessarily like, you know, things that are obvious here, which you guys think about certain things. So we're gonna start off right at the beginning of the show. We're gonna go in order. You said that like 100 times. Fix your wait. Does your neck actually hurt, or is that because of the ladder match? I can't. I didn't have stick drift in any other game. But anyway, so we're gonna kick off in the order that the matches came on. So. First match on the card, it was Cat Easley and Nevaeh Lee Hanna. Cat Easley in her hometown. I'm gonna break your neck. How about that? I'm gonna go 13 next to you on you for real. Nah, but anyway, anyway. But yeah, that was the first match of the night. Now, of course. Why is it loading? Yo, I saw that it was loading. Was that me or is that the tree? I don't know. Anyway, so here's the question for y'all right now. I guess I'll ask it last, but. So Cat Easley and Nevaeh put on a banger. Nevaeh before the match, as you probably saw, did not have any sort of like, you know, confidence in Cat Easley. Like, bro, you really feeding me Cat Easley? Like, what kind of opponent you trying to give me right now? What the fuck is this? So, you know, Nevaeh wasn't really worried. Nevaeh was doing her thing, but Cat Easley during the whole entire match was showing out with every move that she could. Honestly. Throughout most of the match, and I don't think I'm wrong for saying this, Cat Easley was the better competitor. She was hitting more moves, more power moves, she was getting more opportunities, she was doing more impressive things than Nevaeh was, which is pretty unusual considering, you know, what Nevaeh has been able to do her whole career. But I don't think I'm wrong for saying that. But yeah, Cat Easley did super well, but of course at the end of the match, just like Carly said on the last week, she said, "What makes you think
Joyce mentioned it.
I won't get in? What makes you think that I won't get involved in the match?" And Cat Easley was like, "No, if you get involved, you're only gonna put your health out. Like, I'm gonna beat your ass." Basically, that's what Cat Easley told Carly Fan the week prior. Of course, Bad Blood comes along. Carly Fan does not care. Gets involved in the match, easily kicks her ass, gets back in the ring, but it is little too late. Nevaeh able to capitalize off of Carly Fan. Heaven's calling and a 3 count. Now, Cat Easley had kicked out of quite a few finishers in that matchup, more than usual. I think more than Sadie. She might have broken the record. Oh no. Nope, Mayu. I forgot about Mayu. But other than Mayu, she might have broken the record because Mayu kicked out of like 9 or some shit like that. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, it was a great match. Now here's the question: was it match of the year candidate worthy? Now. I remember when I was talking to Max about this match before it came. I was like, damn. He didn't say it's the best in history, but he was like, this has to be match of the year candidate. If it's not, he was like, yeah. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm sorry. Okay. But it is y'all's choice. Is Cat Easley and Nevaeh Lee Hanna to kick off Bad Blood a match of the year candidate? At least she beat Carly Fan. That is true, but you know she didn't win the championship, which is sad. But it's Nevaeh Lee Hanna at the same time, right? Never doubt Nevaeh. We tried to learn that one, and we still do it. But you know that's how it be. But yeah, let me get y'all's thoughts on that, and I will put it on, or I will not put it on. Where's the channel? There it is. Emmy Award. Okay. Last match of the year candidate we had was Gracie could get to Worlds Collide. Okay, that actually wasn't that long ago.
I think IT is.
You think it is? Alright, we got 1 vote for yes. Max, I already know, it's screaming yes behind the screen. So we have 2 yeses.
It really should be Never Doubt Cat.
That's true too. That could be a new one. But yeah. I think 2's enough, honestly, because nobody else is here, so we're gonna put that on the match. Oh, see. Okay. Cat.
I didn't see the match.
Versus. Oh right, you didn't see it. Yo, you gotta though. It's a banger, bro. Cat was going off. She had there was quite a few cool little edits. Not like huge sequences, but it didn't need huge sequences anyway. All right, Cat with Noelle Hannah.
I changed my mind.
Velocity take over. Oh shit. Bad blood. There we go. Who changed their mind? What happened?
Just kidding.
Oh, I was
Just
like, wait, what?
kidding.
he's gonna start a riot in here, bro. But yeah, Cat Easy was robbed of a possible championship victory, which is sad. But again, I mean, it's Noelle Hannah. This is how her matches tend to go. Sometimes the moment you think the reign is about to end, something happens and it doesn't, right? All right. Next match on the card. Now this is something Paul is gonna hate, and he does hate it. It is the 6-man ladder match to crown the first ever Velocity Men's Money in the Bank. Very solid match. People flying off a ladder as you have to expect. It is a ladder match.
Joyce mentioned this.
Logan did very well. He was a good competitor in the match. Akuma, of course, was very well. Big Joe had a good couple of moments. Dallas Dalton was definitely the star of the match, I think. With all the moves he was doing. He even hit a white noise off the top of the ladder to Big Joe. Mind you, Big Joe is nearly 500 pounds. Okay, it was like 487 or something like that. And Dallas Dalton did that. And then he went up, got rid of Logan Freeman, and won the Money in the Bank contract. Dallas Dalton is Mr. Money in the Bank. Now, I'm going to run you through my thought process as long as it doesn't have spoilers, right? Of course. So, it may seem like a weird decision at first, but let me tell you, right? Big Joe just came back. He does not need to win the contract after having one match. Come on. This is the second match after his return, It doesn't really, Dragon Tito, just not the best option, And then everybody else is a pretty solid pick. This all came down to what I'm going to be doing in the future, right? But that stuff I can't say, So I went with Dallas Dalton. I feel like he was the best pick for the future. Obviously, stuff I can't say, but, you trust me. You know what I do. It eventually pays off. All right. Next match afterwards, we got Shannon Rose, Tsujigiri. This is a pretty self-explanatory match, very solid. Both of them putting on some good matches. Very good performance from Shannon Rose. Was about to actually win that championship, but Rachel Stone, man. Rachel Stone getting involved. If you remember, I believe it was on week 21, I think it was. Hopefully I'm not wrong about it. I think it was week 21, yeah. Anyway, it was Rachel Stone versus Shannon Rose. Shannon Rose defeated Rachel Stone. After the match, Tsujigiri attacked, and Rachel Stone kind of 2v1'd Shannon Rose with Tsujigiri. And it's kind of weird because you think that would be...
never always win off of shenanigans sometimes.
Yes. But yeah, that was the thing. It's like, you thought it might have been a one-off, but Rachel Stone repays the favor. Where obviously Tsujigiri helped her the first time by beating her down and all that, and then Rachel Stone came back and helped her in the same way. So it was pretty interesting to see. It's something that looks like a one-off, but it's not. Rachel Stone helped Tsujigiri retain the championship. You gotta wonder where that's gonna go now. You know what I mean? That all comes down to the next couple of weeks. I can't really say much about that, but Rachel Stone and Tsujigiri have some sort of an alliance, whether it be a verbal one or not, or a mutual respect one. I don't know what it is, but I mean I do know what it is, but in kayfabe I don't. Never mind. Anyway. We move on to the last match before the halfway point. Now, this was a highlight of the night. Now, do I think this was better than their other TakeOver match at Rebellion? Yes and no, because I think the first time was more special because it was the first time. And it had a lot of drama in it with Ayla coming out and helping out Nyla and all that. So I do think, as a whole, the match was better at Rebellion, but I think match quality-wise, it was better at Bad Blood. It had a lot more high spots, I guess. And the pacing of it was pretty, Is a match of either candidate? Up to you guys. I'll let y'all decide. But during the match, of course, Seventh Sanctum popping off as usual. Crazy finishes back and forth. You think they're about to win as a kick out. You think they're about to win. The pin is broken up. People flying over top rope. People hitting double team moves. I mean, whenever you have 13XD and 7th Sanctum in the same ring, you can be guaranteed that things are about to get insane. And it did. But of course, the biggest talking point about the whole match ladies and gentlemen, the debut, main roster debut, I should say, of 13XD Group B. Not only is Group A there, but Group B makes their debut. 13XD is one member away from being whole again. And that is terrifying.
I pray that I don't cross paths with everyone in 13XD.
Yeah, that's probably your best bet is to stay away. That goes for anybody. But anyway, yeah, 13XD ends up retaining the championship at the end of the night with the help of 13XD Group B making their debut. Ani and Ava, of course. And it was, I feel like at that moment, you see Nyla on the floor, and you're just kind of like...
I mean, I would talk my shit too.
Well, I don't know about that. But, you see Nyla on the floor, you're like, whoa. But they're over there. How did Nyla fall off the apron? And you're like, what? Ayla's confused, too. Turns around, and there's Group B, and it's like... And it's just like, oh no. Oh no. And 13XD Group A retains. So now the question coming out of this match is, what is next for the 7th Century? Do they try another time, a third time's the charm? Or does Group B and Group A just tear down the division and completely
Wait a minute.
flip everything on its back, right? We have to see. Time will tell. But it's definitely not looking good for the tag division. It looks like it's not ending anytime soon. I'll tell you that with the debut of Group B. You have to hope for the best. But then again, what are you going to do, right? It's 13XD. Wait a minute. I will wait a minute. Currently waiting a minute right now. Bro, these are so outdated.
How did Slick Rick not see them?
Well, Slick was probably looking away. I don't know. And plus, even if they're on the apron, you know, they're
Group
not...
B is
whatever.
menacing.
These are so outdated. Oh my sweet lordy lord. Anyway, so yeah, Group B makes their debut. That was a moment that I think is gonna be a pretty big talking point for the next few weeks to come, depending on what Group B is able to do in their debuts, right? But we get to the halfway point. Hope you like the song choices. And then we start on match number 5 of the night, Rahul, Ishan, and Butch. Now this one was one of the more interesting ones because of what Butch did in the match. So, as you're probably aware, last week on Velocity, there was the match between Dallas Dalton and Logan Freeman. Dallas Dalton was about to do that thing or
They
whatever,
have
right?
the dog.
And for whatever reason, Butch came out. Obviously, you know, Butch hired Dallas Dalton to be the hitman to Logan Freeman, right? Dallas was like, yo, give me a better weapon. Like, a chair is going to be a lot harder to end this dude with than, like, a bat or something. So go give me something better, and I'll do it for you. Butch didn't. He walked off without saying a word. And at that moment, it's like... But Butch hired him, so why did he not just, you know, it doesn't add up, right? It doesn't add up. And you have tonight, Rahul, Ishan, and Butch. Of course, Rahul wanted to get some revenge for what Butch did to him earlier in the year. Makes sense, you know. Pretty decent match. Rahul looked like he was about to win. Butch, of course, kicking out because Butch is still just a god. But then a talking point. Butch kicks him in the gut, lifts him up, gonna go for the 7th Heaven pile driver to end the thing. But he changes his mind and he puts Rahul back down. He doesn't hit it.
Butch ran out of money.
Butch ran out of money, yeah, right? He doesn't hit it. He takes him, he puts him back down from the upside down position and just decides to hit him with a boot. And then you can see him kind of like... and then you can see him kind of like fighting in his own
Big
head
brain.
afterwards. So it's kind of like... What exactly is going on with Butch? Because at point he seems to be just an absolute menace, but then at other points he isn't. He doesn't go as far as he would before. I mean, you saw Butch beforehand. He was breaking necks. He was doing pile drivers every match, maybe multiple. I mean, the guy was legit the pile driver king. But he hasn't done a pile driver since the match with Alpha. So it really makes you question what exactly is going on with Butch. And what's next for him, you know? Because at the moment, it doesn't seem to be... I mean, he won the match, right? Because of Vinny the Clown getting involved. Would Rahul have won that match? Probably not. Because Butch... I mean, we've seen... Butch had beaten Rafael Draco, right? He'd beaten Rafael Draco. Could that have been enough to take down Butch? I don't think so.
Butch said he has matured and he is trying to prove it, I guess.
Maybe so. But yeah, I don't think that would have been the end of the match. I think Butch would have kicked out because... I mean, it's Butch. Come on. I guess we'll never know. But, yeah, Vinny the Clown getting involved, costing Rahul the match. And then Vinny and Rahul are going to go do their own thing. But what is next for Butch is the real question. Obviously, we'll get back to that later because, you know, the main event and all that. We'll get to that. But it's just a really, really interesting thing that Butch is doing. It's like, what exactly is Butch going to do if he's not, you know, the same as he was before? I mean, maybe he's trying to prove himself to be better. Maybe Akuma got to him. Maybe the Alpha got to him, right? Maybe it was a little bit of both. Maybe it was also because of Justice. You know what I mean? Thinking about the long run. It's like, is what I'm doing now really the best thing for my friends and for myself and my brother and my, you know, it's a lot of consideration taken into one. It's a very complicated story, but obviously you'll learn more sooner or later. We move on to the next match. This one was a banger. Now, this one could have been very close to being match of the year candidate, but the chat died like right around here, and I think that kind of hurt the match a little bit because Katie and Sadie, it kicked off hot, bro. That thing kicked off hot. It got a little more action towards the end of the match, but during the match it was kind of But it started off hot. Katie was going crazy. She was hitting the moves. Like, even in the first minute, hitting the Destiny foot stomp or whatever it's called, right? Locking in into submission. Katie was going in with a goal in mind, right? Well, yeah, you were there, but, like, the chat was kind of dead. But anyway. Yeah, it did very, very well. Katie was going crazy, right? She was hitting some combo moves. she was boxing up Sadie there, I say. Excuse me. And she almost had the match won a couple times, and then of course, you know, you saw the way back and forth, Katie refusing to tap out, and then later in the match, right at the end, here comes Charlie and Keely. Of course, also after that big combo string, 2 of them as a matter of fact. I guess it wasn't huge, but it was 2 nice little combo strings. But yeah, Charlie and Keely coming again. Now, here's your question: is Sadie and the Spitfires?
Star Bride Kambu.
Is Sadie and the Spitfires some sort of alliance now, or is this like a mutual thing to take out Katie Bell because they both have their own issues with Katie? We don't know yet, but all we know is that the Spitfires helped Sadie Blood win that match, whether it was in spite of Katie or whether it was for helping Sadie specifically. You know, and we even saw it 2 weeks ago as well when they ambushed Katie after her match with
mutual enemy.
With I think it was Keely. Mutual enemies is pretty likely, yeah. But she ambushed Keely, or Keely and Charlie ambushed her after her match with Keely when she beat her. And it's starting to all pile up on Katie Bell now. So the question is, of course, as I said, what is the goal of the Spitfires and Sadie? Are they together? Are they not together? Mutual enemies? Mutual friends? Whatever it is, right? We gotta find out. But Katie Bell did not tap out. Of course, this was a submission match. She did not tap out. She passed out. And it took 2 minutes of that submission for the referee to decide that's enough.
Katie Bell was out. Be the ninja.
She'll forever be the ninja, but she's certainly not a good ninja right now. She's a pretty evil ninja. But yeah, big win for Sadie Blood at Bad Blood. But obviously, I think this isn't over. I think everybody can realize that this is not over.
It's crazy how Katie is 1-2, emoji loudly crying
right?
face.
I know, right? But think about the people, no, she's 2-2. I think she's 2-2.
I think.
No, she's 2. Wait, no. That's right. She's like 5-3. Hold on, let me check. Cause the World Tournament. Let me check. I think I have it written down. How updated is it? It's updated to Worlds Collide, I think. Katie is 4. Okay, Katie is 4-4 right now. The 4 wins. It was against Kaeva Sparks. It was against Charlie Wood. Who did she fight? No, it was Charlie Wood, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Kaeva Sparks, Charlie Wood. Then she lost to Danielle in round 3, and then she made her debut against Nevaeh Hannah. Lost, even though like that one was crazy. You know that's barely a loss. And then she beat Mel Young, and then she beat Keely, and then she lost to Sadie. But granted, her 2 losses on the main roster have been pretty controversial. So. That's good for Katie. But the only true clean loss she's taken so far was to Danielle in round 3. But that was her like 3rd match on the roster, so you know. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next match on the card. So we had the 6-woman ladder match. Now, Shannon Rose, who lost the match earlier to Tsuji Giri, was able to get in the match because it was loser of that match gets the Money in the Bank. Shannon lost, so she entered Money in the Bank. Great matchup.
I forgot about Mel.
Yeah, Mel got clapped. Mel got absolutely destroyed. That was a Starbreak combination right there. But, anyway. So, 6-woman ladder match, very good match. I think it was better than the men's one. I usually don't compare the ladder matches like that, but I will this time. I think it was better than the men's one. It had a lot more spots in it for sure, and it definitely had a lot more, like, I guess, drama, if you want to call it that. I don't know.
Bro's about to see my butt.
Bad. No, what the fuck? Why did I say bad? Anyway, yeah, it was a pretty crazy match. I think the star of the match was pretty obvious. Jayante Carter was popping off that entire match. They were kind of going at each other throughout the match. There's a little bit of mutual.
UPI did my thing.
I don't know what to call it. There's some mutual disrespect between the two of them. And at the end of the day, Shannon Rhodes got her redemption for earlier in the night, and she became Miss Money in the Bank. So good thing for Shannon Rhodes.
My boy Dallas won.
Yeah, he did. Shannon Rhodes was first ever Miss Money in the Bank. Very good match. Shannon was definitely the second star of the match, I think, right behind Jayante. She was hitting crash markets everywhere. Shannon Rhodes was popping off and won the contract. It was either her or it was Jayante. It was one of those two. I feel like were the best choices. But yeah.
Yes, my sister.
Good thing for Shannon Rhodes. And keep in mind, Shannon Rhodes has only had 3 matches in her career. She fought outside of the World Tournament.
My face hurts though.
She beat Rachel Stone. Then she lost to Tsuji Giri, kind of cheaply. Keep that in mind. It was with Rachel Stone's help. Then she won Money in the Bank. Like, Shannon just got here. And so did Dallas. And they both have just skyrocketed. Just like that. I mean, it's that easy to build somebody up like that. It really is that easy. Anyway. And now, we move on to our main event.
Follow your sister is unsafe.
We move on to our main event. Now, this is the talking point. There was a reason the chat was dead. And I don't blame the people I don't blame anybody for it, but my god, I wish the chat was more active, because I think, in my personal opinion, this was one of the top 3 TakeOver matches in history. Right on par with Danny and Angelica at TakeOver Rival, right on par with Ian and Yokozu at TakeOver Battleground Year 2. I think it was up there. Matthew Cage, Ian Yo absolutely tore the house down. It was not even... I think the Cat and Nevaeh match earlier in the night got pretty close to it, but I think this match just had it kicked up one more gear than that one did. It kicked up one more gear in those last couple minutes. Now, this was dramatic as hell.
I honestly thought the DA baby was going to come out.
The baby, stop. But yes, this match had everything. It had high spots, it had drama, it had crazy flippy, they had some great power moves. Ian hit a damn end of heartache off the top rope. First time ever in PCW that move has been hit. Ian did it.
But yeah, that match was incredible.
Thank you.
Where the fuck is Ben when you need bro? Emoji loudly crying face, emoji folded hands.
We needed Ben badly, but yeah, match was crazy. Matthew Cage gave the performance of his lifetime. And like he said on Velocity, he said, even if I'm not able to get the job done, I am satisfied with what I've been able to do. I am happy and I am grateful that I even got the chance to be here fighting against the cop guy.
Matthew Cage pushed him to his limits.
Exactly. That's exactly. Matthew Cage went insane, and he might have been about to win. We'll get to that in a second. I should say.
That avalanche heartache.
I know, man.
Bro lost the title very quickly, though.
For a very controversial reason. We're gonna get to that though. In just a second. So, at the end of the match, right? Matthew Cage hit Ian with his own finisher. He hit him with the end of heartache. Ian was like, alright, bet. Got up, hit Matthew with his finisher, the Cloud 9. Matthew was like, alright, bet. Kicked up, hit the backstabber, hit the sky high. 1, 2, but Ian kicked out. I mean, dude. I swear to God, I'm not even going to say it. Just, oh my God. And then, of course, back and forth, but just a little bit more, not for much longer. Matthew Cage got the, oh no, let me not skip over this. Ian takes out Matthew Cage, and then he knocks down Slick Rick. He hits Matthew with a low blow, picks Rick back up, hits the last breath, goes into the cover. 1, 2, referee is hurt, and a kick out by Cage. Just like, I believe it was, I think it was Rebellion. I think the same thing happened. Oh no, it was, all the Insanity members coming into the ring. It was like Ace hit his finishers, or no, Ian hit his, Fuji hit hers, Ace came in and hit his, and Matthew still kicked out. It was that sort of thing. The low blow, the last breath, Matthew kicked out. I mean, dude would not die. He would not go out. But of course, getting the sky high from the top again, Ian has done 1, 2. But ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time, but the return of Max Martin. Now, this is a very, very interesting story point, because I am 100% confident, and I even myself knew why, that everybody was 100% confident Max Martin was going to come back and he was going to cost Ian the championship. But it was the other way around, which made no sense, because Ian broke his arm, right? He broke his arm, I don't know what week, earlier this year, right? He broke his arm, right? Max Martin comes back. He doesn't do anything to Ian. He goes after Matthew. Spears Matthew once, spears Matthew twice, spears Matthew 3 times, goes out of the ring. Ian hits the end of Heartache. Ian hits the last breath. He hits one more end of Heartache. Cover, low count, 1, 2, and 3. Max Martin, despite Ian breaking his arm, still came back after he'd recovered from injury to help Ian win. Why? I know why, but I'm adding on to the drama, right? It made no sense. It really did not make any sense. Ian celebrated. Ian is now both the Intercontinental and the TakeOver champion. He has 2 championships now. Damn.
Simp.
Simp. But here's the talking point, and we're gonna touch on this a lot next week. Max Martin comes in after Ian celebrates with the championship. He walks up to Ian, and he makes it very clear to him that, let me actually find it, because I'm not going to remember it word for word. I just want to find it real quick. Oh, there it is. Okay. He walked up to Ian.
Is extra scary.
He walked up to Ian. He said, he's yelling at Ian. He's like, do you understand now, Ian? I've always been your #1 guy. I never turned my back on you. I never left you in the dust. I was always the one that you helped lead to victory. I'm never going to forget that. So obviously Max Martin's telling him, you know, we started this together. I'm not going to let it go away like that. He was like, we tried to tell you so many times. The man you saw months ago, talking about the beast thing where he was kind of in control, it was not me. I was controlled against my will, Ian, and I know damn well you know I was truthful about that. Because even your little justice buddies were saying it, right? Ian kind of realizes this too. He realized it a while ago, but he couldn't go back on it, right? But anyway, Max Martin's like, I had absolutely no right to help you win. I shouldn't have helped you win. I shouldn't have. I feel like maybe this was a mistake that I helped you win. But we started this group together, Ian. We were the one to take over this place and bring Ace and Suji into it. It was us, man. Max Martin, obviously living in the past, right? He's thinking a lot about their history, let's call it, right? I'm not going to let what happened between us affect Insanity as a whole. Next week, we're going to talk about this for real. We're going to decide what we're going to do. But don't forget what I just did to you, because I had no need to do so. So Max Martin is basically saying, I've come back, I know damn well what you did to me, and I don't forgive you for breaking my arm. But
Simp.
I am better, we're better as a group. And I'm going to try to let you redeem yourself, right? Because Max Martin basically saying that, if he wanted to, he probably has considered it too. Coming back, wiping out Ian, and costing him everything. But I assume he went through his head. He said, what is better? Do I keep the group intact? Or do I cost the group everything?
He's acting like Cat.
Hell no. What the fuck? And that was Max Martin's thought process, right? He's not justifying what Ian did. But he is very well aware that it is... one result is only going to have negative effects, and that is costing Ian everything. Now, I think it's pretty obvious, Max Martin and Ian are not going to be as close as they were before, because, again, he took months off of Max Martin's career, right? But you could consider this more of like, I don't know what you want to call it, just for the group, right? Not that they necessarily have to like each other that much, they just have to stay as a group, as a team, and continue dominating. That's kind of what Max Martin was saying right there. And that is the worst part about it, because it seemed so obvious that we could have seen Matthew Cage end the reign. But Max Martin stops that from happening. He stops it. And of course, it's sad. It really is sad. The reign was cut so short for Matthew Cage, but man, it's insanity, dude. It really is just like that. I mean, the group is whole again. But here's the kicker. After they talk to each other, Ace
So
lied
basically
into the
like
ring.
John Moxley and Roman after the Shield ended.
I guess so. I don't really know much about that, but yeah.
My brother is back too. This
I would
show was a
assume-
roller coaster of emotions.
I would assume. I think maybe it's more likely with like Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins reuniting, maybe, or Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins reuniting. Without the turn part, because obviously he just came back and shit. Like we don't know if he's gonna turn or not, but regardless, I guess kind of like that. But anyway, Max Martin comes back, cost him the championship, and it was sad, man. But it is what it is. But anyway, Ace lies into the ring after the match. If you remember, I believe it was week 21 of Velocity, where Ace was in the ring. He was calling out Matthew because he wanted to have his rematch, right? Because he never got his rematch yet. Ian comes out and he tells Matthew to back down, right? Because even the week before that, I think it was week 20, he basically told Ian, because you couldn't get the job done, I'm gonna go out there next week and I'm gonna make something very clear to Matthew Cage, right? Ace didn't listen. Ian comes in, he interrupts him, he shooshes them off, and he calls out Matthew Cage, right? And Matthew Cage answered. Matthew Cage comes out, they have a little bit of interaction, and then Ian challenged him.
Max Martin is such a cut brew.
I know. You know what? Thank you, because that just reminded me. Here's the best way to explain Max Martin right now. Man is clouded as hell. He's a cuck. There you go. He's a cuck to Ian. Because even after the broken arm, man still comes back and helps him. It's a toxic relationship, let's call it. But anyway, so week 21, Ian challenged Matthew Cage to a winner-take-all match. And Ace's reaction to that was extremely negative, because Ace wanted his rematch, and Ian basically took that away from him.
But here's the thing.
And Ace was pissed. He was, but Ian was kind of he was starting to get heated. He was like, because you can't get shit done. I'm the guy that's gotten stuff done around here. You've done nothing but lose. So I'm going to get the job done like you couldn't. So he's talking pretty bad to Ace, right? And then, of course, actually, let me let Paul go first. Paul, go ahead. And then I'll get to the post-match thing real quick. Well, I'm looking at these old, like... You know what? I kind of miss Nancy's Year 2 look. Nancy's Year 2 look was kind of fire. But it's okay. Not that. That's kind of weird. I don't miss that attire. New Nevea is way better.
When Ian broke his arm, even though he was wrong, Ian's mind was being played with, so it was kinda...
I mean...
Yeah,
you could say that. You could say Ian was also kind of, like, clouded a little bit, too. But... it doesn't really justify it, you know what I mean? It doesn't justify it. And I think that's kind of the kicker there. It's like, it's not justifiable, really. Especially when everybody's telling you to just listen and try to understand.
Then shoulda come out instead of Max Cuckin.
But yeah, Max Martin has returned from the broken arm. And obviously, he is going to be defending that championship quite a bit now. Because obviously, he hasn't been able to defend it. He's been injured, and there was no interim champion, there was no vacation, whatever. So he is going to be defending that title quite a bit. He's forced to, because, so that's good. Let's go, Max Martin. But, yeah, so after the match, like I was talking about with Ace comes into the ring, and not a single word spoken. He walks up to Ian, and he is staring Ian down. Because Ace believed that this should have been his matchup to take. He believed that he should have been the champion. But Ian took that away from him. And he took it for himself. He thinks Ian is selfish right now. He's staring down at him. Max Martin kind of walks up and he's like looking at the both of them. Like, what's about to happen right now, right? He's looking at Ace pretty bad. Ian is staring Ace down. Ace is staring Ian down. It's like really tense. Like, what's about to happen? But...
I'm back.
Who comes in after Butch lands a Nandamoy out. Butch was never finished with Insanity. What happened at Rebellion, like I told you guys, it was not, it wasn't the end of Butch's, story with Insanity and with Akuma, all that. This was only the beginning of it, ladies and gentlemen. Butch comes in, hits Ace with that Nandamoya, walked out, and the tension destroyed. Who knows what could have happened had Butch not come in there and stop that from happening. Because Ace was not looking too good right there. But Butch comes in, rocks him down, and Insanity is pissed. And Butch clearly has a goal in mind that despite everything, he is still in the Insanity is still in the crosshairs of the Beast from the 8th. And that is how the show went off air. Butch still wants that championship. For God's sake, come on. Let's be honest here. But yeah, Insanity, are they whole again? Or what's happening? Because like I told you about the 8th thing, we don't know right now. We know Suzy seems to be good, Ian seems to be good, Max Martin is a little bit shaky, but again, it's a complicated situation. But 8th right now seems to be unsure of what to do, especially for his own thing. You know, I've already explained all that. But yeah, that was TakeOver Bad Blood. Now, there were a lot of interferences in these shows, but granted, they made sense, right? It wasn't random interference to develop the story. We're on the road to WrestleMania, keep in mind. A lot of reigns are not going to be coming to an end at this time. Granted, there have been some, and there probably will be some at some point, right? I'm not saying it's off the table, but the likelihood of it goes down by quite a bit. It's building up to WrestleMania, building up to Breaking Point. This is the moment where we begin to truly ramp up these rivalries to be WrestleMania worthy, and they are going to be WrestleMania worthy sooner or later. I think they already are, you know. But regardless of the fact, you can see the formations of some of these matches starting to come into play. Is Butch gonna challenge Ian? Dallas Dalton missed the Money in the Bank. Shannon Rose still has a rivalry with Rachel and Suzy, and she's missed Money in the Bank at the same time. You have Nevaeh and Kat. Is that done? Is Nevaeh going to move on to our next opponent? What is Kat and Carly going to do? What's Katie Bell and Sadie going to do? You know what I mean? They have to. What's next for Rahul? Vinny the Clown's getting involved? Are they going to have something going on? You have Dragon Tito and the Savior going at each other's throats. You have Logan and Dallas still, as a matter of fact. You still have Akuma to wonder about. What's he going to do? Matthew Cage, what the hell's happening with him? He just lost his championship like that. There's a lot of questions coming out of Bad Blood, and I'm sure I missed a few. But it all comes down to WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen, or Breaking Point. The last two stops of this year for Velocity and, of course, Chaos. All the stories, man, they're going to lead up to these moments, and it's going to be super, super exciting. But we just have to wait to see what happens. But that was Bad Blood. Now, I don't care what y'all say. I'm putting Ian and Matthew on the damn Match of the Year candidates. I don't care what you say. It was good shit. I don't care.
I think the final
watch the
point
match
of
if
the
you don't
whole
believe me,
Insanity
okay? Go watch the match.
project is that Ian is gonna be the last member standing with the championship.
Velocity, TakeOver, Bad Blood. Okay. What happened? I think the final point of the whole Insanity project is that Ian is gonna be the last member standing with the championship. Okay, I can see that. Obviously, I'm not gonna say shit, but like, you know, that's a good theory. Because Ace has lost his championship. Ian had both titles. Max Martin and Suzy are looking a little shaky. Granted, Max Martin just came back with still. But yeah, pretty good theory.
You mentioned this at the other takeover when Matthew won in a controversial way.
Oh, Igor did? Oh, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, Matthew, I feel like Matthew's win at Rebellion. Well, I mean, you could say it was controversial, but again, it was a clean win, right? You know, it was controversial in the fact that Akuma came back and took Butch out of the picture, but granted, it's for the story. It makes sense for the story, right? And Butch obviously is not done. So just because of what happened at Rebellion doesn't mean, you know, it makes more sense now. I feel like when you look back at Rebellion after seeing TakeOver Bad Blood, you can kind of see why the decision was made. But,
yeah.
I feel like, I don't know. I don't know. Never mind. I just, you can kind of see the pieces falling into place.
Ian betrays all of Insanity once they lose the titles that they hold.
Possible. It's what he kind of did to Ace in a way. Granted, he didn't like full on betray Ace, but you know, I mean, no, that's kind of a lie. He did kind of betray Ace morally. I mean, he betrayed his respect to Ace, I guess if you want to call it that. Obviously, he has no respect for Ace because he doesn't believe that he can get the job done. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's definitely a possible theory. Definitely possible. That's all I can say because you know, I know what happened, so I'm not gonna. But you know, I'll say what I can as long as I'm not spoiling something.
You mentioned that you weren't going to keep Matthew champion for long.
Oh, I never said that. I wouldn't have spoiled that. I would not have spoiled that. That would have been just a straight up spoiler for Bad Blood. Yeah, I did not say that, but yeah. So, question for all of you: what do we rank Bad Blood out of 10? I just like to know. Just out of curiosity.
You almost did.
What? What do we rank the show?
What is the climate of feuds in Chaos RN?
The climate of feud? Wait, what do you mean by that? Climate of... Wait, what? Oh, what happened? Damn, bro. Oh my god. I gotta make the
9410.
I was looking at Benjamin. Fuck, dude. 9.4 out of 10. Thank you. Okay, that's a good one. I like that one. Thank you. Honestly, I'm probably never gonna update these, honestly, because there's so many now. I just don't have time for it.
Freezing.
Yeah. Freezing. Wait, what does that mean? That's not good. Freezing's bad.
97710.
Freezing is bad. Oh,
810. Like what as the whole situation? Do new people.
Yeah, I can go over that.
As a whole.
Do new people? I could do new people, yeah. But there's just a lot. I mean, I've only gotten down to the letter N anyway. I haven't even done, like, everybody past the letter N. And there's also people up here. That new people in need, the ones that
You don't get 10 because my neck hurts.
Whatever, bruh. 9.77 and an 8 out of 10. Thank you, guys. That's another good rating. I think those are better ratings than Rebellion. Which is pretty surprising, because Rebellion was solid as hell. Alright, dope. Dope. It only gets up here. It only goes up from here, man. I mean, Breaking Point is gonna be fire as well. By the way, Mac. We got. You know what we gotta do. You know what we gotta do. I'm thinking tonight, maybe after SmackDown, maybe if we're in the mood for it, like. I'm just saying, like we got time. I think. I don't know, bro. I'm just saying. Anyway. Y'all are just confused. Y'all don't know what's happening. I ain't saying anything because it's gonna spoil a match at Breaking Point. But Max knows what I'm talking about. Max knows.
Naughty.
What do you mean?
What about me?
Oh, it's not commentary.
YUH possibly. Emoji eyes.
Okay. It's not commentary though. We're recording a match. There's one match at Breaking Point I haven't recorded yet. That's the only match before WrestleMania I haven't recorded. Once I do that, everything will be done. But yeah. Okay, no. Somebody said so. Oh yeah. The Chaos Rivalry. All right. Let's take a look at the Chaos Rivalry then. I need to go to the match card. Okay. The easiest for me to look. All right. So the Chaos Rivalries are pretty damn solid too. So we got, well, Adrian's still doing his global. What the hell? I didn't mean to do that. Adrian's still doing his Global Championship Open Challenge, and honestly, I got a question for y'all. I don't ask these often. It's kind of, that's because I just thought of it. What do you guys rank Adrian's title reign? Because we've never had a title reign full of open challenges like this. You know, every now and then somebody might do one, but Adrian has been pretty sold on open challenges. I didn't watch the John Cena United States Open Challenge shit. I heard about it a lot, but I never like seen it. Yeah, I want to know because I want to know how enjoyable the title reign is because I don't know, pretty good.
Pretty good, eh?
Because it's the first championship reign we've ever had.
85910 man HES like Gargano and Cena feeling I love IT.
Yeah.
Grade A.
Grade A? Wait, what did you say before? Pretty good. Oh, okay.
Solid 8-7.
Okay, cool. So Adrian's good. Alright, let's go, Adrian. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so anyway, yeah, Adrian's Global Championship Open Challenge is continuing as usual. Man is putting on bangers each week. Even against Benjamin. I mean, for God's sake, Benjamin was having some crazy matches. Benjamin was having some crazy. Benjamin's so good. But yeah, we have Lila Kim and the Crable Twins still going at it. It hasn't started long ago though. So, but obviously under the slight mentor of Danielle Garcia, trying to kind of build her up to be the next U.S. champion. But obviously it's not easy because the Crable Twins are the Crable Twins. So you know, you gotta wonder how that's gonna develop. You know. Lila Kim and Nancy are still going at it.
Other news, Jay Auntie and Adrian are dating.
Oh yeah, everybody knows about that. That's some good ass news right there. Everybody's like, hell yeah. We got, yes, the debut of Mr. Igor Volkov against Kai. What a pretty cool match that was. And it was partly a squash match. I mean, Kai, keep in mind, Kai is one of the better people. Like, he is one of the best people, right?
Hell you.
He was arguably the greatest velocity champion of all time to this day. One of the better universal champions, right? And Igor beat him in under 10 minutes. Igor can kill that man. Like, that is something unheard of. Like, think of the people that Kai has beaten, as a matter of fact. He's beaten, he's beaten Echo in his prime, by the way. Echo in his prime. Year 3 Echo was kind of meh, but Echo in his prime was a really big opponent for him. He went head-to-head with Yokozu before, I think it was TakeOver... Oh, what TakeOver was it? It was year 1. It was like TakeOver, I can't remember. I don't know, but it was a good TakeOver. Anyway, yeah, Kai has gone ahead. I mean, he's beaten Hero Mullins before. He's beaten Paul Mysterious. He's beaten Jack Maverick. I mean, this dude has beaten some top people. Keep in mind, Jack Maverick is a really good person, too. He's a former Universal Champion and a Tag Team Champion. Like, dudes are really good. Like, they're some of the most solid people. And again, Igor squashes them. So, good shit for Igor. But, after the match is the kicker. Mr. Kai comes in, beats that man. He's pissed. Because obviously, before the match, he's like, just to let you know, I'm gonna win, guys. And then he gets his ass kicked, and he's like, damn. They have a pretty good brawl. A very good brawl. One of the better brawls in history, as a matter of fact. A very unique one. Going back and forth with spears, all that shit. Did Kai get arrested? No, but, you know. But yeah, a big brawl. Kai eventually goes backstage. Christina's gonna come out to end the show. Cuts backstage to Kai and Igor still going at it. Igor's like, you ain't getting away with this. Nah, hell no. Vonnie Tovar gets involved. She steps in front and she's like, alright, listen. Obviously, Vonnie Tovar is Rahuli Shawn's sister and Igor's cousin. As you probably know, but you know. And she's like, y'all gotta stop. Like, what is going on now? Like, y'all, I have authority here. I'm allowed to tell y'all to stop. Like, this is ridiculous, y'all. If you want to have another match, have another match. But, like, don't do this. Vonnie speaking fact. Kai decides to clothesline the shit out of Vonnie. And Igor's like, oh, hell nah. Igor saw that, and his eyes lit up with a flame. Man just dropped Kai. Kai's fighting back. And then here comes Vonnie from behind, drops Kai, the fucking interviewer. Keep in mind, Vonnie is a former wrestler. She used to wrestle in pre-developmental. And year 1 as well. She still got the wrestling skill, but Vonnie said, nah, bitch, you ain't gonna do that to me. I don't care if I'm an interviewer. Like, I'm gonna defend myself. A boosh takes out Kai. Vonnie and Igor stand tall. You can already see that rivalry brewing. I think it's gonna be a very solid rivalry. I think it's gonna be a very unique... Whoa. How do I stop? I don't want to. I mean, damn. What button am I pressing? Jesus. Oh, I'm pressing L1. Oh, I thought that. Whoops, I pressed the wrong button. Anyway, I think it's a very unique rivalry because we haven't had a rivalry be started by intergender shit like that. I think this is one of the first times that's happened, if I'm not mistaken. Like, Kai has no limits, though. Like, Kai had no look. If it's somebody like Navali, Hannah, or the Archangel, I get it, right? It's Vonnie Tovar. She's not even a wrestler. She's an interviewer. What are you doing? No. But I think it's gonna be a very fun rivalry. I'm excited for it to play out. I get to the promos. I don't think I'm probably missing something. I'll probably look at the Word document I have instead because match card doesn't show everything. Here we go. Don't forget the lottery announcement, by the way. Don't forget about the lottery announcement. Week 24, $500,000 goes to somebody. Alright. So, promo side of things, we had Cole Price call out Jack Maverick. Obviously, immediately accepting the challenge. He's like, alright, you want to fight? You want to take up my homie like that? We're going to do it. Cole and Jack are going to have a pretty damn good rivalry. I'm excited for that rivalry, too. Honestly, in my opinion. I think Cole and Jack could have some good-ass matches. Cole's a pretty big underdog right here. Pretty big babyface. And running back a rivalry, or I guess first time, we're running back, you know, former friends, former teammates. They were tag team champions together back in year 1 against people like The Opportunist, Raphael and TCT, Hero and TCT. I mean, there's some shit there. I mean, that's some history right there, man. I'm sure the OGs remember that, man. I know y'all remember that. I think mainly Paul. Paul's the only person here that was here to see year 1. But yeah, good shit there. Cole and Jack, very good stuff. But Jack Maverick with the multiple stomps again. I mean, Cold Brain is getting flapped around. I mean, that man's not out with an injury, but he's probably going to be pretty hurt. He's probably not going to be 100% at the moment, because you don't want to get stomped into the floor like that over and over. Let's be honest here. We had Robbie Xanadu calling out Max Armstrong and Kyle Mullen, because, you know, he's like, oh, you need two people to do it? Oh, you got to be a double team? Kyle answered. And, of course, another former tag team going at it. Kyle and Robbie. They were 2/4 of final stand of year one faction. One of the first factions in PCW history. Right alongside people like the Dream Team, for example. Who none of you probably know but Paul. But anyway. It was Kyle and Robbie who were the tag team champion. It was Mateo Lopez who was the United States champion. And it was Braun Jacobs who was the heavyweight champion. But, of course, Kyle returning after getting fired, and Robbie turned on him back in year 2. You already know the story. He explained quite a bit of it in that promo. I mean, I'm back, and I didn't need your help to do it. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. It was a pretty good promo from Kyle. Kyle definitely returning with a big rhyme or reason, right? He wants to prove himself, I guess, if you want to call it. A little bit more than that. But anyway. Obviously, Robbie Xanadu heard enough, drops that man. He's like, fine, you want to stop talking? Let's stop talking. Drops that man. And Max Armstrong comes out for the save, but Robbie Xanadu dropped him too. Robbie is a menace. Man is just going to drop anybody that he sees. So that's another rivalry going on. Mostly Robbie and Max. They're the main two, but then you have the side piece of Kyle and even Adrian, partly. But yeah, I think it's a very good rivalry. I think it's a pretty decent one. And I'm excited to see how it plays out. I think you guys are going to enjoy the next few things that happen in this rivalry. I'm telling you, man, best WrestleMania coming up. I'm telling you. It's going to be insane. Brock Lesnar issued his own open challenge because he was... I mean, Brock Lesnar... Can y'all even believe that Brock is a champion in PCW? Like, this dude is a WWE person and he's the champion here. I'm telling you, bro, I'm crazy with it. I'm not scared to make decisions like that if they have benefits in the end. And it does have a benefit in the end. But, Jesus Christ. But anyway, he issued some sort of open challenge. He doesn't want to get... He's like, I don't want to... Like, it's pretty simple. He's like, I just don't want to be bored. You know, like, I ain't going to sit around and not defend the title. Like, I at least want to do something, bro. Man to answer is Killshot. Very interesting person to answer. I don't think anybody was really expecting Killshot. Killshot obviously coming off that rivalry with Max Armstrong and ended at Royal Rumble. And there was a little bit of respect from Killshot to Max Armstrong. Kind of realizing, you know what? I get it now. Or something like that, you know? So Killshot seems to be... I don't know if he's necessarily redeeming himself.
This is what Brox does when he's not in WWE.
yeah. I don't even know who said that, but whoever said that, yeah. But, yeah, Killshot answered, damn. Kind of like
Killshot cured racism.
Yeah, maybe I'll bring that old look back. But anyway, yeah, Killshot stood up to Brock Lesnar, and I don't know if redeeming himself is the right word again, but Killshot is trying to be something, right? He's trying to show people that, you know, year 2 was a very unfortunate situation, for Killshot, because again, like I said before, Killshot and Braun Jacobs were going at it. Killshot was not a heel. Braun Jacobs was technically the heel in that rivalry. But people booed Killshot. And they booed him because they liked Braun more. You know, and that was really, like, it makes sense because this is how wrestling works. But nobody really talks about it when it happened. Nobody built a storyline out of it when it happened. Killshot obviously felt kind of, I don't know if you want to call it betrayed, but like, he's like, why am I being booed? I haven't done anything wrong. I'm just a man trying to win a championship here. And yeah, he didn't win the championship. People booed him, and they continued to boo him. It became a trend. He came back, and he was like, I mean, I can't be a face. Everybody hates me. I didn't do anything wrong, but everybody hates me. So it's like, all right, I got to turn things around. He goes heel. He had that rivalry with Max Armstrong, and he doesn't win the rivalry. People still boo him, obviously, but he's doing it for a different reason. Personal. Honestly, listen. When you are in somebody's shoes like that, imagine you come in, right? You get your first championship opportunity, and you're half booed out of the building for no reason. That's what happened to Killshot, man. And it is unfortunate. And granted, Braun Jacobs, no doubt, was going to be the more popular one. But Killshot was booed, and it was really sad. It was like, damn, man. Poor Killshot. But he turned heel, because he's like, I mean, if I'm being booed, why would I try to be a good guy? You know, because people are going to hate me no matter what I do. So I may as well capitalize on that.
Rip.
Tried to be a heel, and it didn't work. He didn't come across as that organic of a heel. And that was on purpose, obviously, because he's not meant to be a heel. You know what I mean? What the hell is that? Why is there just a hole here? Oh, okay. Anyway. Anyway, he's not meant to be a heel. You know, he never wanted to be. But I guess you could say he kind of forced into it. I don't know, but it was that sort of thing. It's like, damn, man, poor shot. He comes back and he's trying to, like, I think people are starting to realize it too. Not so much Paul. Paul still calling him kill shit, but Paul is like a menace. So, but like everybody else, I think. I mean, I won't speak for you guys, but I know I've seen like one or two people that were kind of like realizing like he's not wrong. Like Killshot didn't really have a reason to be booed. Like, why did we boo him? And at this point, I don't think Killshot's over. He's not. Like, it's gonna take a while for that to happen, if that even happens at all. But
HES not wrong.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while, but I think the best thing to do is like, okay, listen. I'm just gonna say this, right? No matter what happens when he faces Lesnar next week,
Killshot seems pretty cool.
He was pretty cool. He had a good theme. He had a good entrance. He had a good vibe to him. But things just didn't happen the right way. Here's what I'll say: no matter what happens next week against Brock Lesnar, give him a chance. And I'm not saying this in a booking. I'm saying this in a kayfabe perspective, like a character-wide perspective. Give Killshot a chance because he never did anything wrong. Granted, against the Max Armstrong thing, yeah, but that was because of I already talked about that. Like, he didn't really do anything wrong to anybody, right? He was just being himself. Give him a chance. Let him see. Let him cook, right? As the youngsters say, as Sadie would say. I don't know. Let him develop. Obviously, this is just a character thing. If you don't want to like Killshot, don't like Killshot. That's fine. I don't care. But still, give him a chance. But yeah, Killshot's got that match against Brock Lesnar coming up next week. See what he can do. See if Killshot is worthy of being up there, like he said. That was a long talk about that segment. Man, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to Killshot. Next one, we had... here's another one. This is one of my favorite non-title rivalries going into Chamber right now. And maybe WrestleMania. I'm not going to say which one's going to Mania or if all of them, or maybe none of them. I don't know. But right now, one of my favorite rivalries that is not a championship rivalry is Devin Lynn and AJ Lee. And it just started not long ago. But it started in a very... I don't know. We had, of course, the debut of Devin Lynn about to take on, I believe it was Kira Jade. And then AJ Lee, of course, she's in the ring cutting her shit. She's turning heel and all that shit. And then Devin comes in. I think it was Christina's last act as the GM. She was like, bro, get out the ring so we can, like, do this. Like
Devin's leg is broken.
It's honestly, yeah. But she's like, just get out of the ring. Like, I have a match. Like, you can't stay in here and just talk the whole time. Like, you can't just complain the whole time. Get away. Brought out Devin Lynn. Devin ready for a match. AJ Lee drops her. And they just like, oh, you want to interrupt me? Bad. And it wasn't even in spite of Devin. It was just to make a point. Like, she didn't attack Devin that time because she disliked Devin. She did it because she disliked that Christina was making her get out the ring.
Tired face. Emoji tired face.
And of course that rivalry brewed. It led up to Worlds Collide, and Worlds Collide is where the rivalry kicked up a gear, and it will continue to kick up gear. They may have kicked another gear last week. Great matchup. Devin Lynn looking like a really good competitor there. Targeting the leg the whole match with AJ Lee. Devin Lynn wins the match barely off of that injured leg. And after the match, AJ Lee, man, just a sore loser, goes straight after that leg. And this is where it becomes personal. You attack after the match and you destroy the leg. If AJ had done that in the match, lost, and not done anything, it would have been fine because that's part of wrestling. You target a weak limb. But the fact that AJ, after the match, decided to keep doing it, AJ had a bigger goal in mind. She's like, alright, AJ's not, she's like, I'm tired of losing. I'm not going to keep losing. I'm going to kill this bitch. I'm going to break her leg. And that's what AJ tried to do. And half did. And then, of course, Catholic 22, which we lead up to, Devin Lynn is talking about that. And Devin Lynn was, like, cooking AJ Lee. But I don't know. I think the midway point where the chat kind of fizzled out a little bit. It came back, like, a match or two after, but... If y'all missed the Devin Lynn promo, dude, she was going crazy on AJ Lee, bro. I want to find the one line that she said. I gotta skip forward to it. Here it is. Oh yeah, okay. So like, he was talking to AJ Lee. She's like, from the position you're in, you should know better to do that. If that was your way of taking your anger out because you still lost to me on one leg, I don't know what to tell you, AJ, other than you fucked with the wrong opponent. I'm like, you didn't have to do that. Right? And she kept cooking AJ Lee and all that shit. She was talking shit. She's like, you want to do this? We gonna do this then. I'm gonna fight you on one leg. I don't care. I'm not gonna let that slide. Cause me personally, you ain't getting away with that. AJ Lee comes out. Obviously, she talks back. She's doing her cocky thing. Devin Lynn's like, well, shut your ass up. AJ Lee goes after the leg. Again. AJ Lee's like, all right, you want to you want to stop talking? Bet, let's stop talking. Goes after the leg, takes the leg out, and injures it even more than it was before at Worlds
She has
Collide.
a point 3.
Devin was firing on all cylinders there on AJ Lee. But yeah, Devin Lynn looking very strong, but again, that knee, man, that left knee. I think it's the left knee. Is it the left knee? It is the left knee. The left knee of Devin Lynn is messed up. If you saw, she had a brace on it and some padding underneath it as well, because it is badly messed up, and it's even more messed up now. So honestly, one of my more favorite non-title rivalries going into WrestleMania, and all that shit. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a great rivalry. Moving on. We got. We're talking about that one. Paul. Oh, here's a nice one. Here's a nice one, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Mysterious out in the ring. He's talking his talk, walking his walk. Right? He starts sitting on Marco Zamora too, you know. But then the music hit. The return of Elok. I need to find his nicknames. What are his nicknames? I haven't said his nicknames in a while. Male nickname. Scroll up. The Demon. Great. That is a very unique nickname right there, hero. Anyway. Elok makes his return.
Versus Elok.
And he goes right up to Paul, and Elok was
me,
going off on Paul. Now, listen to me. I'm saying this from a kayfabe perspective. Paul, a lot of people like your reign. Obviously. You are a legit champion. But Elok was spitting fire, and there was a lot of truth to that fire. Because Elok came back, and for a very good, okay. He was tired of the rambling, right? And he was like, every opponent that you have faced had been mid. Kai, you had to cheat to win against. Even when you beat him before, the man was watered down. Then you had Echo. We're not even going to talk about that. Echo was mid as hell.
AS I love
right?
bro. He FRI was actually listening.
Then you had Draven. Draven was washed up. He wasn't as good as he used to be. Paul got rid of him. Here came Mateo Lopez, and he was like, we all knew Mateo wasn't going to have a shot at ending the reign. And Elok asked him, he said, who have you defeated to call yourself the top guy? Right? Who have you beat to be able to be the top dude in this company? Because in my eyes,
wait, what?
You're just the mid-carder who's won the championship. Right? That was a fire line. Now, obviously, we all know Paul's not a mid-carder. Paul's the top guy, right? But he hasn't faced anybody, really. And I'm saying this with truth as well. Kai back at year 2's Mania, absolutely. But other than that, Paul has not faced anybody that has been a huge challenge for him, right? Paul has faced people that honestly didn't need to get that Universal Championship opportunity, right? So Elok comes back and he's willing to test it. He's like, if you want to call yourself the guy, you have to beat the guy. Elok was the top star throughout almost all of year 1 and year 2. Elok was like, what's a good comparison? Elok was like Elok was the current day Rafael Draco of year 1 and 2. He was the current day Nevaeh, the current day Ian of year 1 and year 2. He was the guy. He was him. Yep, he was him, right? And he doesn't think Paul Mysterious is that guy. So that's what he said. He said, if you want to beat the guy, if you want to beat a guy, you got to beat the guy. Prove to me that you can beat me, and you will be considered one of the top champion. But if you lose to me, it proves that I was right, and that you were not meant to be a world champion. Elok was betting, bro. He was going off. And Paul didn't even get a word in. Paul did not get a word in. Man, that man was stunned. He was like, oh my god. Oh my golly gosh. Punched my mother in the throat, karate kicked my daddy in the chest. What the fuck? That man did not know what to say. And he like walked out just high above him, man. So now the question going into their obvious WrestleMania match. How is this not WrestleMania worthy? It's a dream match. Paul Mysterious and Eli. This has been a dream match since year one. It's been a dream match since year one, and it's finally happening 2 years later. Damn. But yeah, I know.
What to
like,
say
what do you
either.
even say to that? But yeah, man. Now here's the question going into it: is Eli right? Is Paul a fluke mid-card champion? He's not a mid-carder, but it's an Eloc's word.
Where the big boys fight.
That's the question. Is Paul gonna be able to prove himself that he is the top guy? He is better than Eloc. He is the new guy, right alongside Rafael Draco, right? Or is he gonna lose to Eloc, and Eloc's point will be proven, and then what's next for Paul, right? We're all gonna have to find out. It's gonna be a very, very good Mania match. I'm excited to record it. I'm excited to get it going for the Universal Championship. Get it there, man. It's gonna be awesome. All right, here we go. This is probably the most fun part of the entire show, I think. Probably. Kagetsu. Kagetsu comes out to cut a promo. Menacing entrance. The new Prime Minister, the true final boss, has been reborn. He comes out. He starts cooking Gracie. She's like, you know, fuck you and your ribs, bitch. Stay injured. Cry about it. Kagetsu was going off on Gracie, even though she didn't need to. And then she talked about Mayu a little bit. And then she talked about
Paul
wanting
is a better
fight.
mid-card Karrion Kross. Just kidding.
No. But talked about wanting to fight, and who answered? The Monarchy, bro. Bro. Yumiko Lee comes out. She's like, I got somebody who can beat you. Brings out Page. Page, get beaten under a minute, I believe. Janice could have been beaten under a minute too.
Monarchy Opong.
You know, could get to spit poison in her face because she wanted to. She was like, this is fun. Drop Jenny. Chased after, forced Slick Rick to start the match. Chased after Yumiko. They were running up the ramp. It was great. Stomped her on the steel, brought her up the ramp, choked her out, spit poison miss, hit her with her own finisher, and destroyed Yumiko Lee. Kagetsu wins. Obviously that's not the rivalry. Come on. The rivalry is between Kagetsu and Mayu. Obviously this is going to lead into Mania. If this doesn't lead into Mania, I mean, what's it going to lead to? Is it going to end in Elimination Chamber? Like, come on now, bro. Like, no. Come on. But, anyway. Mayu Kagetsu, man. This is about to get crazy. That's all I'm going to say. If it wasn't crazy already, it's about to get even more. And then we had the Igor thing. And the last thing here on this show, Christina Man. Now, I think this, you know, we had the funniest moment of the show with Kagetsu. We had some cool moments with Eloc's return and all that, and Igor's debut. But then we had the most intense moment of the show. No doubt. I think this was one of, in my personal opinion, I think this whole segment was one of the most intense and heart-wrenching segments in Chaos history. Because what other segment have we had that has been like this? We had Christina come out, and she was going off on Archangel. You know, they're building up their stuff, of course. Archangel comes out from behind. You know, she's there. She's like, Archangel was like, I'm smart.
Misfits and the Ascension. Unless
wait,
it's
what?
on Velocity 00.
We didn't have a Misfits Ascension match. Not since Worlds Collide. We haven't even seen the Ascension yet. Anyway, yeah, Christina May was...
NGL Christiana got her ass beat.
Well, I'll touch on that because it's a controversial way. But, okay, they're like, I'm smart. I know, I'm not going to sit around and do the work. I got somebody who's going to do the work for me, and then I'll get the job done. It's more fun that way. From behind the Beast. Pulled some strings, and they got the match started. The Beast and Christina May. First ever intergender match on main roster television. Second intergender match of all time, because Butch and Alpha. Now, this match was unfair as can be. Remember, the Beast has blood type. The man has supernatural ability, right? He's got extra strength, extra defense. Like, this man legitimately is invincible to a normal person, let's say. There's no way Christina's able to win. It doesn't matter how, no, it doesn't matter who you are. If you're Ian, you're losing. If you're Nevaeh, you're losing. Archangel, you're losing. Raphael, losing. Butch, losing. Max, losing. Paul, losing. It doesn't matter.
And all Christina has is a fight song.
Yeah! No, but like, it doesn't matter who you are. You're
skull.
not beating the Beast. He's legit a supernatural entity. You can't beat him. But Christina tried.
Took like 1-0 stunners.
Exactly. Christina did amazing. If that was anybody else other than the Beast, Christina was soloing quickly. Like, Christina had to be done for if he wasn't in the supernatural abilities, right? It was just unfair.
Got up.
It was just straight up unfair. Yeah, he got up, kept kicking out. Like, there was no way Christina was winning that match. And it's true. The Beast was a mandible claw, but Christina did not tap. Christina did not take a 3 count. She passed out from the mandible claw. And that marked exactly what the Archangel wanted. The Beast did the hard work. Match is over. Archangel comes into the ring, and she is ready to fire on all cylinders. 3 or 4 tombstones in a row. Goes out of the ring, grabs the ladder, grabs the chair, and Archangel is trying to do what she did at year 2's Money in the Bank to Christina May, trying to end the career, break the neck, and like Christina told her, she said, "You're gonna have to kill me to take me down." And Archangel took that took that literally. She took that literally.
And then Stephanie saves her.
Christina down on the ladder after the tombstone on the ladder, 5th tombstone I believe. Chair in hand. Christina, Archangel was like, "Hope your coffin's comfy, bitch." About to hit the chair shot. Somebody comes in and they jump on Christina May. They cover Christina May from the chair shot, and yeah. And who is it? It is the new general manager who revealed herself. Christina able to safely roll out of harm's way. Stephanie Abrego Hernandez.
Stephanie Hernandez.
Now, Paul is the only person here that genuinely knows Stephanie. Back in pre-developmental and ow, my elbow, Jesus Christ. Back in pre-developmental and early year 1, Stephanie Hernandez was a roster member. She was more of a meme character. Now she's a little bit more legit, cause but she was a meme character. Cause her whole thing was slapping. Like, that was her whole gimmick, was she slapped everybody. Just slapped that shit. Have you seen the I don't know if it's I think it's a video of the dude that just slapped everybody, right? It like slapped all the kids, slapped all the men, the women. It slapped everybody in like the backyard area or whatever. It's like a cookout or whatever, and he's just smacking everybody. That was Stephanie right there. That is the epitome of who Stephanie was.
She would slap the absolute shit out of you.
Don't get me wrong, Stephanie was hot trash, but she was the meme, and she made a return as the general manager. She's not a meme anymore. She's definitely more legit. She's still a flapper. Don't get me wrong. She'd still be that flapper. Come on.
It's funny how Paul guessed it like a month ago.
Paul had that on lock. Paul knew, bro. He was like, it has to be. Like, who else can it be? He was right. Paul knew, man. Paul knew. But yeah, Stephanie saving Christina May, and she's basically talking. She's like, this has gotta stop. We don't have, just go your separate ways. You don't have to do this. Archangel about to tombstone the general manager. Christina comes in for the save. She's still alive. She's still back up. Even after all of that. Lands a stunner. And Christina May, man. Listen to me. Christina May. I want to say this is the moment that things are going to change in the head of Christina. Because obviously Christina came back with a rage. But after what happened and what almost ended up happening to her neck again, this is going to be a different side of Christina May. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I know Paul memed on it, but the image that I posted in the Christina May channel, the one screenshot after the whole beatdown, Christina
did you just fart down, hero?
What? Yeah, I'm a fart on you, on God. No, but after the whole beatdown, right? Christina May walking out with Stephanie. She's on the ramp. She stares back. that look, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me, but I swear to God, I don't know. I don't know how y'all feel about maybe I feel differently about it because I'm like the owner or whatever, and I think it's cool. Maybe it's cooler than that. Maybe it's cooler than it actually is, right? But seeing that look, the blood out of the mouth from the mandible claws, all the scars, the light shining down on the face, just the expressionless look on Christina's face, not taking her eyes off of the Archangel, even all the way up on that ramp. Something about it, man. Something about it.
It looked a bit emotionless.
Well, that's the point. That's the point. Like, she just straight up dead eye staring down the ramp at Archangel. Like, she's not. She's feeling something. Like, she. I don't know, man.
True.
Whatever it is, I don't know if it's just me. I got. And this wasn't intentional. This happened in the moment when I was recording it, by the way. But I got Becky Lynch vibes. I'm talking about when Nia Jax broke her nose, and she was up there on the stairs or whatever, up there, with the blood down her face, and kind of like, you know, I got that kind of vibe from it because, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that I don't know what it is. That screenshot went hard, bro. Like, I'm just saying, I know. What did Paul say? Paul said, "Fading blood. She looked like she ate someone. Elf ate Santa." Okay, that was funny, but alright, that was funny. But like, I don't know. I get a vibe from it that maybe y'all don't. Maybe Janty seems to get a little bit, yeah. But you know, I get a vibe from that, and I think that moment right there is the perfect turning point. This rivalry is about to, if it hasn't already kicked up a gear, it's going to, because this is a rivalry 2 years in the making. Keep that in mind. Over 2 years, as a matter of fact. It started halfway through year 1, and now at the end of year 3, it's back. I mean, this rivalry had been going on for over 2 years. Granted, a good section of that was, you know, not there quite, because Christina was out with injury and all that good shit, or bad shit, but, you know. Yeah, man. I don't know, I was considering making it my profile picture, but I feel like I would get confused seeing myself, because I'd be like, wait a minute, am I Christina? Am I on the wrong account? Breaking the fourth wall. I've seen like a character in there. I'm like, what? That's why I don't usually put characters in my profile picture, because I just end up confusing myself. I'm just like, whoa, what the hell? What is going on? But I don't know. Maybe I will. I like the screenshot a lot. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now. I literally just changed my profile picture earlier today too. No, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna keep my one because I just changed it. I'm gonna keep it anyway. But yeah, Chaos rivalries are going hard. Velocity rivalries are going hard. I mean, the lead up to WrestleMania is gonna be nothing but insanity, and no pun intended on that. Like, you know, but yeah, I mean, I think you know what I also just realized? I think the only person out with injury now.
You change your PFP every other day.
I do not change my profile picture every other day. I change it like every other week. Okay. I had Get Charlie for a couple days. Look. Sometimes I get tired of a profile picture, alright? Don't judge me. I am. No. Okay, Max Martin is back. Oh, Sammy Holland. Okay, Sammy Holland and Gracie Lewis are both out with injury. Broken ribs. Grade 3 concussion is gone. Devin Lynn, knee injury.
Let me help you with that.
Devin
Check DMS for proof.
Devin Lynn. Jessica Reynolds, torn muscle. Jessica Reynolds is good now. She's healed. I could remove that injury. Kagetsu with grade 2 back burn. Grade 1, I can remove the concussion. She's good with that now. Bruised ribs. Gash on the back of the head is stitched. That's still there. Bruised ribs would probably stay as
yes,
well.
bye.
And then Sammy Holland, pretty hurt still. Check the other. Where? Hold on, I'm looking. No, stop reading. There's nothing there! You lied to me! Alright, but yeah. So the only 2 people out with injury right now is Sammy Holland and Gracie Lewis, bro. That's sad. Alright, listen. I got a question for y'all. I'm not talking to you, Igor, because I know how much you hate her, Igor, okay? You don't. I know how much you hate her. Shut. Do y'all miss Gracie? Like, I don't know if y'all do or not. I'm just curious. Do y'all miss Gracie? Like, I don't know. I'm not even going to touch on that. I just want to know. Do y'all miss her? she hasn't been out for that long yet. You know, she just got that injury, but like, do y'all miss her? Because she's gonna be gone for a little while, obviously. Broken ribs are pretty serious. I don't know. I Gracie is such a controversial figure in the company. It's like Jazzy's like like Gracie's such a controversial figure in the company because like
I guess
I'm not gonna touch on it because I've already touched on Gracie's backstory a lot, but like with her whole backstory and then her choices she made, she's such a controversial thing, man. It's
we
so
need
funny.
to make Hero a fat woman to overpower Neva.
No, Nevaeh's gotta be like the top. I'm not making anybody overpower Nevaeh, unless you're Commander Amanda, but. Yeah. There was one time I was gonna do that. I was actually gonna make
I still want to fight her.
I mean that's fair. That's fair. Wait. Nevaeh or you're talking about Nevaeh. Oh, I mean.
You are going to be the fat woman.
What do you mean? That'd be a good match, Gianti Nevaeh, but you know you gotta make it happen somehow. Could be a breaking point match. I don't know. But Gianti has to actually go up to Nevaeh. You know what I mean? Gianti has to go challenge.
No Gracie.
No, Gracie wants to be. Gracie's gonna be the fat woman. I mean,
that would be a good match.
That would be a pretty. That would be a pretty good match.
J&T versus Commander Amanda.
Okay, Loki, that would go hard too because, like, you know, small person versus big person. Although I don't think their styles would mesh. I don't think their styles would mesh very well. Personally, I don't see that meshing very well. I think it'd be a decent match, but I don't see the in-ring style meshing together. Although, I would love to see, like, a Commander Amanda versus, like,
I can deal with Neva later.
That's fair. I can think of a Commander... Who would Commander Amanda mesh well with? I feel like it...
Madison and Commander meshed.
Yeah, Madison and Commander Amanda, for sure.
So it should.
They mesh very well. I feel like Danny and maybe not Gracie. Gracie's a heel. I feel like Danny could mesh pretty well with Commander Amanda. I feel like anybody who has more of a striking style meshes pretty well with Commander Amanda. Like who else? I'm trying to think.
J&T would mesh 1-0-0.
I don't know. I don't see it. I don't know why I don't see it. I just don't see it. Nevaeh, yeah. I'm talking about Commander Amanda. I don't know.
Big Joe versus Commander Amanda FRR.
Big Joe and Commander Amanda. I mean, it's not an unfair matchup. Gender doesn't really matter.
She has a striker mixed.
Gender doesn't really matter there. They're both big ass people. Commander Amanda has more muscle than Big Joe, arguably, right? I think she does.
If Madison meshed, J&T would.
Madison's got like a very quick style though, like a very slick style. You know, she's got like a very fluid style. Where J&T is more of like a brute striking.
Yeah,
you know
she does.
Like her striking is less like smooth like Madison's is, and it's more like bang, bang, bang. That's why I don't think it would work. Maybe it will, but you know, like just thinking about it, I don't see it. But yeah.
Amanda is just very tall. It's like a brick wall. I'm actually quite fast.
I'm not talking about movement speed. I'm talking about like your striking. I'm not talking about how fast you can run. That doesn't matter. I'm not gonna. Yeah, not about how fast.
I don't see a different. J&T is fast too.
Bro, y'all motherfuckers are just whatever. Amanda is very tall. It's like a brick wall. Yeah, Amanda's 6'5", I think. I think she's 6', or she's 6'7". No, I think she's 6'5". She's somewhere around there. I don't know. She's the tallest woman for sure. And then you have Mel Young in second place. 6 foot. Jesus. I forget how tall Mel is sometimes.
Amanda buff as F.
I feel like Amanda could be like a China. Not character-wise, but Amanda could be a China into where she like... Amanda could legitimately like win any championship she wants.
OOC, I'm pretty sure J&T versus Angelica is the only cross-brand rivalry. I think, correct if I'm wrong, even though it hasn't really started. Why?
I'm pretty sure J&T versus Angelica is the only cross-brand rivalry. I mean, I don't know if it's cross-brand because, like, yeah, the rivalry isn't really a thing. Like, I mean, it kind of is because you had the whole Angelica. I mean, yeah, I guess it is because it hasn't like started yet, but the seeds have been planted, yeah, because of the whole interaction of Velocity and then the things in Bad Blood. See, I guess you could say that, but yeah, I don't know if it's cross-brand. You could kind of say that because you're on both brands because of the Misfits, but you are primarily on Velocity. It's sort of cross-brand, but like, most of your matches will be taking place on velocity. Like if you have a match with Angelica, it's going to be on velocity. So I don't know. I mean, it sort of is. I don't know. It's cross-brand rivalries aren't very often. I think. I mean, what cross-brand rivalries have we had? I don't consider Danny and Paul versus Ace.
I was originally supposed to be on Velocity.
Yeah. You're kind of on both. Yeah, you are on both. Primarily on Velocity right now, but you can go to Chaos.
In the first place.
Yeah. I was gonna say, the cross-brand rivalry. I honestly can't.
How
really
many
think of
people switch from Velocity to Chaos and vice versa?
Not many. Tag teams are really the only people that can do it because the tag team division is unified, so they can go both to Chaos and Velocity. Oh yeah, Hero versus Beast. You're right. Okay, that was probably one of the only ones. Yeah. Because I remember that. I forgot about that. Because it went down. It was like a half Velocity rivalry. But yeah, people don't usually switch to Chaos and Velocity. Sometimes they do. It depends on. Like Gracie, for example, Gracie winning the Royal Rumble back in year 1, she was on Velocity when she won the Rumble, and then she challenged Nancy, so she got brought up to Chaos, right? So that sort of thing. You had year 1, you had Kai going up to Chaos. Year 2, you had Echo. Year 1, you had Danny going up to Chaos. Is the stream loading or is that my computer? I can't tell. I don't know if the stream's lagging or my computer's just being stupid. I can't tell. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't happen very often. It happens every now and then, but.
I deadest thought I was a Velocity superstar for a long time and was gonna go after the IC title, which is the reason for the dark match.
Oh no, I think you asked to face Ian, or maybe I'm wrong, but I swear you asked to face Ian. That's why I did that.
Buffering ever.
I think you purchased the match, or maybe you did. Wait, no, maybe don't say auntie. Oh wait, did you? I can't remember. I don't know, but yeah, that was just like a fun match. A little bit of a sneak peek. Buffering ever. Oh, okay, so it is doing that. Okay. Eesh.
Igor bought the match.
Oh, okay. I thought I was tripping. I got you. Okay, cool. Bro.
Yeah, I asked to face Ian because of the fact that I thought I was gonna go face him.
Oh. Yeah, the plan was always purchasing to Chaos. I'd always
my match BOI?
Speaking of purchasing, where's my match? Oh no, wait, you're right! Oh shit, I forgot about the Gianti Katie match. Oh no. I didn't think about that. Hold on. Wait, did I? Oh yeah! Oopsie. I was supposed to happen before Elimination Chamber.
Oh god, wait.
Uh-oh, I'm sorry, JIT. I'll get it to you. I forgot about that, low-key. Damn. Oh shit. Whoops. Well, it'll still happen. I just forgot to do it before Chamber. I'm sorry. I forgot. I was too invested in the road to Chamber, bro. I was going crazy with that. I forgot. Oh no. What time is it? 9:20. Alright. I mean, I'm still gonna make the match happen. I don't know when I'm gonna make the match happen because we're kind of like flying right now on the road to Mania. But if you do have the option to revoke the points. If you don't want to, that's fine. Don't revoke the points. That's fine. But you do have the option to take back those points if you want to, because yeah, just if you want to. You don't have to. I'm just saying that is an option. But yeah, any other worlds on here that I can look at? I'm tired of looking at this one. I've just been going back and forth the whole time. Bow. I'm gonna put
I wanted to buy a dark match, but I don't know who I would face.
That's fair. I mean, they got tons of people on the roster. Okay. The only I mean, it's not necessarily a tip. I would recommend not buying a match with somebody you've already faced, just because, you know, it's kind of whatever, like, you've already seen a match. I would recommend doing something that you... What do you mean you could validate my login? You motherfucker? Validate my login right now. I would recommend, if you're gonna do a dark match, do a match that you might never see. You know? Do a match that you may never be able to see because, yeah, like a cross-brand match, or... What do you mean, bro? Why can't I play the Hive? I want to play Build Battle, bro. Whatever, bro. That would be my tip, you know? Something that you might not be able to see. Like a dream match, you know what I mean? A dream match that might never happen. Dude, why can't I join the Hive? Let me join. Cannot verify your login. I can't verify these nuts. Bitch! Whatever. Anyway. Okay. So I believe that is everything, all the rivalries covered on Chaos Velocity. Maybe I missed one or two, but I don't know. It's still something.
Should I take my match back considering the fact that I actually have a chance on fighting Katie in the future since we're on the same roster?
I mean, you could, and granted the dark match might not have commentary, so you could. Of course that's up to you, but yeah. Okay, is there any other build battle? Oh, that's a bot server. I just keep a build battle. Cubecraft?
Honestly, it's up to you.
Yeah. What the hell are... Man! I'm dead. I just gotta figure out which ones you have to pay for. Lifeboat, do you have one?
Yeah, I'm going to take those points back.
Okay. Okay, let me do that real quick. Okay. So that was, I think that's 25 points? Let me see.
I could face Max
no,
or Butch or Bond or Adrian or Igor.
15. Okay, 15
I
points.
can have chance to use them for something else.
That's true. Alright, so that's 15 points added back on. So that is 13 and then 23. Alright, 23 points in total. Or as of now, I mean. I could face Max. You could face Butch. You could face Bond or Adrian or Igor. Those are pretty decent matches. Let me think of what would be the best one, in my opinion. Paul versus Bond. Maybe. I feel like the styles are pretty similar, so I feel like you have, I don't know. Maybe.
Paul would kick my shit in during a dark match.
Igor would be a pretty interesting one. Not bad. Adrian would be a really good ass match. Max would be a good match too. Butch would be pretty good. I think my favorite out of all of low-key has to be Adrian. Like Paul versus Adrian sounds like a fire ass matchup, low-key. I don't know who I choose. Oh, I mean, I feel like I know who I choose to win, but I ain't telling you. I ain't saying shit. That'd be a pretty cool one. That's a pretty dope one. All right. Damn, bro. Did I not have I don't even know. I guess we're not doing that. Fine. Be like that. You will never get my login.
Fight me.
No, I can't do intergender matches. AEW is not the easiest way.
Face
I thought it
blue
was,
smiling.
It was not the easiest way. What do they even have on here? Trash. What the hell is Blocklord? I don't even know, bruh. I don't even know half this stuff. I played some of it, but not all of it. I don't even know.
I was joking.
I was joking. No, I know. I can tell by the emoji.
Kajitsu and Amanda and Mayu and Neva versus Jayanti.
Oh God! Wait, what? Kagetsu and Amanda and Mayu versus Nevea and Jayanti. What the fuck? What the hell? Oh God! Why? What the hell? Oh my Lord! I'm so tired all of a sudden. Oh, sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus! Dude, I need to make, like, I don't play Minecraft much anymore. I play it, like, once every month or two, maybe, but, man.
Neva is already targeting me in a way.
What? Oh, because of the thing in chat, yeah. I guess you could say that. Wait, oh my God! I forgot. Dude, I used to have Five Nights at Freddy's World. This was from so long ago. It said 2021, but this is just when I imported the world to my PS4. These worlds have to be, like, 2016, bro. Oh my God.
I think she is just trolling your sister.
I gotta feed it. And she's just trolling your sister. Maybe. I mean, Nevaeh's a troll, oh God. Oh, you know what I didn't think about? Think about how Nevaeh's gonna act, cause she just beat Cat, quote unquote.
You sure?
Dude, think about how Nevaeh's gonna start acting around Cat. Like, yeah, I told you, motherfucker was trash. Even though Nevaeh was about to fucking lose.
She seemed pretty serious.
Nevaeh was gonna lose.
Peekaboo.
It was the end of the reign. Peekaboo, shut up. What is this FNAF for? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo.
Trying to scare her before coming into the roster. She's literally effing around.
Jesus, dude.
Peekaboo, yeah, hey, ha ha ha.
Sweet Jesus. Oh my god. That's what crazy. I remember. Wait, is this the one with the house?
I couldn't believe Navia said that. Joyce AS targets HEHSH.
Joyce had the target. Yeah, poor Joyce. He just got here. I didn't mean to do that. He just got here too. Why are these lights off? Can you turn the lights on? Oh, the redstone stick was too low. Why am I fixing it? I don't need to fix it.
I just realized that Neva is actually gonna laugh in Joyce's face.
What the fuck? This is not FNAF. Who the fuck? Bonnie is gray. Freddy is also gray. Chica is... What? I don't understand.
Hero, did you see when Navia said peekaboo?
Yeah, I did. I was like, what? The fuck? If I remember correctly, there's something behind here. Never mind, I thought there was. Jesus, dude. I remember this world. It was crazy. The signs don't work anymore. Why is Foxy blue? I'm so confused. This world is so old, though, that some of these things probably don't even work. Here's the office. Do these even work? Oh, it's just a door. Oh, item frames. Man, this world is so old. Your account was disconnected.
Because Joyce said she was going loose.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Because Joyce said she was going to lose. Oh. Man, whatever with Nevaeh, bruh. Smack that bitch, honestly. I don't care. Okay, maybe don't, because... Yeah, but... you know. Wait, is this the one that I did? Oh, yeah, I did. I think I had like 2 or 3 FNAF worlds for whatever reason. I used to love Five Nights at Freddy's, did. I've kind of like been watching some lore of it recently, just for fun, but I'm not like into it again. I've always kind of enjoyed it. It's pretty neat, but the lore
I mean,
is
Joyce wasn't wrong.
Okay, this is another one. I mean, Joyce wasn't wrong. Wait, who did Joyce say was gonna lose? Nevaeh? Oh yeah, I mean, I guess she. I mean, yeah, Nevaeh
While
was
watching the match today, I realized I was so similar to Neva. She said she was gonna cheat.
Yeah, you do have some similarities with Nevaeh. You're definitely more athletic, but your style is somewhat similar. Yeah, you're definitely like a brute. Nevaeh is just like, I don't even know how to explain it. Wait, what is this one? What the hell? What world is this? This does not look like a FNAF world that I recognize. Wait, what FNAF world is this? Wait, what office looks like this? I don't remember an office that looked like this. What? I'm so confused.
Paul X Neva.
I'm going to the beginning. Where's the... Oh, here it is. Paul X Neva. Stop!
I mean, Neva didn't cheat. Peva.
Okay, but are you gonna tell me that Nevaeh was not about to lose if it wasn't for Carly Fam? Like, are you gonna tell me that? It don't matter if she cheated or not. Her reign was ending. That's the point. No doubt about it. Cat had that motherfucker in her sight. Alright, this is the office thing. I don't know what... Alright. Damn, this is huge. Is this a custom-made one? Why is the skull so big? Who needs a skull this big? Jesus, dude. Stalls for a fucking... God. Okay.
She technically got help, which means she cheated.
I wouldn't say she cheated, but she got help. Yeah, I wouldn't consider that cheating.
To be honest, I don't know. Nevaeh is unpredictable, and I wouldn't be surprised if Cat lost.
Damn, poor Cat. What is this?
But Cat did have it.
Oh, try to live. Man just contradicted himself in two sentences. Balloons. That is not Balloon Boy. Why is this man holding shears?
Well, that's pretty mean.
Drums. Dude. Wait, is there a basement to this? Oh god, there is. Oh god. Oh, this is creepy. I don't like this. Whoa. What the fuck? What is it?
I'm telling on you.
What is this? The game crashed! What did it even crash for? Bro.